I'm Malcolm Noonan, Green Party TD for Carlow Kilkenny and also Minister for Heritage and Electoral Reform. And of course, I know many of you from the incredible volunteer work you're doing across Kilkenny, supporting community organisations with the services they provide. And I know those of you who are interested in getting involved in volunteering and going to get a real sense of how valuable that work is in the diaries that you're about to see. I want to first of all say how sorry I am that I couldn't be with you this evening. Unfortunately, my work as Minister brings me to Kerry this weekend for the launch of National Biodiversity Week, but I would dearly love to be with you this evening in KCAT and to see the outcome of a project I think will have real value for our volunteering community here in Kilkenny. When Paula first launched the call out for the Diary of a Volunteer project late last year, I was really struck by how innovative the project was, bringing together arts and culture funding to help upskill local volunteer groups in how to plan and produce videos and help them to tell their story in a very compelling way for our digital age, and to use those stories in turn to attract new people into the volunteering community. I've been lucky enough to get a sneak peek this week at some of the volunteers' diaries, and I want to warmly congratulate everyone involved. I think it shows not just the dedication and value of our network of volunteers, but also the broad range of volunteering opportunity that's out there. Whoever you are, whatever your skills or interests, if you have time to give, there will be an organisation out there that you can get involved in. I want to commend Paula Hart from Kilkenny Volunteer Centre for highlighting this by bringing this project from a bright idea into a brilliant end product. I also want to acknowledge the invaluable input of Siobhan O'Brien and the team at the Kilkenny and Carlow Education and Training Board for their support and funding, and project tutor Gillian Grattan, who shared her expertise as an award-winning documentary maker with our burgeoning storytellers. And I want to send thanks also to Caroline Lockman and the wonderful team at KCAT Arts Centre for hosting the project. I will hand you over now to my colleague, Councillor Maria Dollard, who will say a few words before the video screening. And I wish you all a really fantastic night as you enjoy the fruits of your labours.
Hello, my name is Nicola Tehan. I am a volunteer with Callan Tidy Towns since 2018. I like planting, I like living in a nice, healthy, green environment. I've been involved in a couple of projects in the town. The Garden of Remembrance was a Decade of Centenaries grant by the government and the Heritage Department in Kilkenny County Council, which we were successful in applying for, and we now have a lovely space in the Fair Green where people can sit down and read the proclamation, enjoy the planting that we did, and the paving 7 trees to signify the 7 signatories of the proclamation. And it's just a nice space for the town. I ran a waste prevention workshop with the support of Karen Men's Shed and Drogheda Family Resource Centre. The Bag It Bin It campaign was launched by Bernadette Maloney when she was Environmental Officer in Kilkenny County Council, and we supported her here in Callan. And I refill 5 of the doggy bag dispensers. I get great support from Callan Men's Shed for doing little jobs, and we also did some tree planting in King's Court. We did more planting around the N76, the bypass. The litter picking is ongoing, so you link up with businesses, schools, individuals in the community to do that. Callan Mockra helped us on a litter pickup, as well as the TY students from the CBS and our local committee members. That's Super Value Car Park. Callan Tidy Towns has an ongoing friendship with the Wheelchair Association, and we did these lovely baskets. This year we were successful with 6 of our applications for the Streetscape Enhancement Scheme, and we're working on those at the moment, which is very exciting, and we look forward to seeing those finished by August this year.
Welcome to my chalet.
Hello.
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 Welcome to my chalet.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to my chalet. Come on in.
Come in. My name is Sauda, and I come from Uganda. I chose to be with people with intellectual disabilities because of my dream. I have my future plans. I'm planning to set up a home for intellectual disabilities, though I want to do more with children, but working with adults has given me more experience. Like, I'm getting more experience with
Where's
them.
that, Sarah?
I'll be doing that in Uganda when I go back.
Sarah,
Yes.
I really miss her. She's lovely, yeah. She is a...
I'm not going now, Helen.
I love her so much. So I was just saying to myself, when she goes in September, I really miss her. And she always have a loud laugh, and she'd see me Shelley very good.
I'm very friendly with Helen. I would say Helen welcomed me well when I joined Lash. She's a very lovely lady. She welcomed me so well.
Thank you, Sandra.
When I didn't know anything and I was just beginning to learn, Helen gave me that confidence in myself.
Thank you,
because she's someone who always tells you, you're doing great, you're great, and you're nice. So she gave me a little word. That brought us more close with each other. We did a lot of exercise together. We did a lot of singing and dancing together.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Height, spice, try, feel. I love going out for dinner and, you know.
You don't have our exercise?
I do, yeah. I do.
I do get a lot of time off. I get 1 day in a week, and I get 3.5 days in a month. And I'm supposed to get 1 full week after 3 months. So you get time to move around Ireland, you get to move around Lash. When you're off, you can go for a gym, you can go for shopping, you can go around and visit different places. And then Ireland has a lot of beautiful places. The first thing I fell in love with when I was coming to Ireland was the green. Ireland is so green and the green is so lovely.
So saying that.
And I'm so happy to be here with you, Helen.
I am, Sarah.
And Solace is the main house here in Callan. It has 3 living core members and 5 assistants currently. And outside and Solace we have 4 attached houses with 3 core members. Yes, we have Helen, Mary, and Nora.
I had another next door neighbour, Frances. She passed away. I really love it.
Okay.
I have a little place of my own and can make a cup of tea and have me breakfast in the morning. Learn how to cook, learn how to write and stuff. Or maybe draw a picture for whoever is back or whoever is leaving.
I've learned more patience and kindness and tolerance. Right now we are about 4 nationalities because we have Indians, we have one Sri Lankan, French, and myself, Uganda.
Okay.
So I country 4.
My name is Helen O'Shea. I come from Kilkenny. I work with Peggy, do Tron, play on, go out for drives for Tuesday. I enjoy it. Do mosaics and do sewing and all those. I'll be able to do that now.
Why?
I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I worked in SOS and then I retired from SOS. Yeah. Lovely house. It's the happiest time for me. Can go for drives, can go for holidays and stuff like that. Yeah.
If there is anyone out there who wants to come to Lash, I'll tell them Lash is the best place to be. This is the best place to share your life. It's the best place you'll find wonderful people. Lash is a great place to live in.
Chinese.
Hey everyone, come and join us.
Goodbye.
Bye.
My name is Christina. My journey as a volunteer started when I came to Ireland from London. Me and my husband Joe found ourselves here in a small rural town in Ireland, full of Irish history and beautiful greenery. Since then, the volunteering became not a second but the first nature. It became like my lifestyle. It was amazing to give back to community who had supported us. As well, it was kind of amazing to feel hopeful that I was making the world a little bit of a better place. I felt that my soul flourished, and that's why I'm saying that I was born in Lithuania, but my soul was born here in Ireland.
Project Manager of Drogheda Family Resource Centre here in Callan in Kilkenny. We've been here since about 2007 in Callan, and we're part of the Family Resource Centre National Programme, which currently consists of about 121 family resource centres spread throughout the country. We provide a variety of family support services to families in Callan. The project is going from strength to strength. Just to name a few, we have a very large childcare service, we have an after-school service, we have a significant therapeutic family support, a range of family support services available, such as play therapy, counselling, also educational training opportunities happening here, one-to-one parenting support. One of the wonderful things about a family resource centre is, I suppose, that whatever we're needs-led, so depending on the needs that present in the community and to families, we can actually address those needs in whatever way we can. Come in on board, and lots of times those are people with expertise and people that want to give back and want to be part of something good within the community as well. And I know our guys, our guys are all very pleased to be part of a project like this that makes a difference in people's lives, both from the cradle, over the lifespan, really, from the cradle to the grave. We support everybody in that sector. Volunteering is not just about you receiving as a volunteer, it really is about what you're giving back. But you're coming in, you're helping us. We couldn't operate really without volunteers, both at our board level, but also in our various programs. Like one of the main ones at the moment is our Volunteers Job program, which is an English conversation program here, and that's all volunteers really that are in that. But also we have volunteers in our after schools and be able to come in to help a child with their homework here. Can you imagine what that does? And you, as a volunteer, you're part of something bigger, and you're actually making a difference coming in here as well. So you're giving a huge amount, but I also think it's a great way to get to know what's happening in the community. It's a great way to get a chance of doing other pieces of work that maybe you mightn't have had that opportunity in the past. So there's benefits on both sides, okay? If you want to volunteer, please come forward. We're always looking for volunteers. You don't have to commit a huge amount of time. You can just say, oh, I'd like to, do this piece or whatever. And that's perfect. We'd be just so pleased to that. We have volunteers in our garden, that just come in and use the beds and they get involved in the project. We're trying to advertise for volunteers if we're looking for a particular type of skill base coming in. And we do that through, the Volunteer Centre in Kilkenny. But the majority of the time we target volunteers through people coming into the service already, and they get to know us. They might come in here to be part of a women's group. They might come in to be part of the mother and toddler groups or whatever else, or whatever. Maybe do a course in the place, and they get to know myself and the team here. And we would encourage people then. If we feel, you might say, well, I'm swayed to be coming in here because maybe I'm a bit of the loose end, maybe I'm retired, but maybe I'm between jobs, or maybe, for whatever reason, I have a bit of spare time now, my kids are in school or whatever it is, and we'd be saying, listen, what do you fancy helping us out on this? So we're always there to support the volunteers as well. You're never going to be, left on your own really unless you want to be.
Croatia. I like to help others, like people helped me when I came to Ireland. It's a joy because I like what I do now, and then it's opportunity to help others.
I'm volunteering to help out the community, to help out those who are coming from places that they need extra help in English. I would describe volunteering as a place of belonging, security for others, and a way for cultural enrichment, for everyone to meet each other and to see different walks of life. My highlight of volunteering is seeing the growth in students, seeing how far they've come from the beginning to us.
I'm French and I actually live in Spain. I came to Ireland to know another culture, and I come to this place to meet people, and because I trying to speak English and to know more things about Ireland. I find to come in this center is a very good way to meet people, and I think I can find things that I couldn't find in books. So by meeting people, I meet people from here. They learn things from this country. I know other people from other culture, and perhaps I can bring something from my own culture.
Throughout of active volunteering, I was able to explore and connect to what is deepest in human nature, in an individual and community. My need to give a purpose to something or someone, and obtain the purpose to myself. And this purpose was achieved when we individuals out in community exchanged our experiences, skills, we learned together, interconnected, explored with joy, kindness, empathy, trust and truth. Also, the growth of togetherness as a person and community allowed us to build the supports, friendships, even lifelong friendships, and became as a part of my self-actualization. Volunteering definitely defined my lifetime journey and mission to encourage, facilitate and empower any passing soul to flourish, so they would have the chance that I did.
Hi, I'm Sahila Tansia. I'm from India. Currently now I'm volunteering Lash Kilkenny, Ireland. And now you're thinking about what is Lash. So I'll talk about you what is Lash and which kind of work we are doing. I'm going to interview with my colleagues as well and how they know about Lash and which kind of work they're doing here and what they like in Lash. So let's see the video.
We are a community where people with and without disabilities share their lives together. We welcome volunteers from all over the world, from France, Germany or India, and they come and they live with the people with disabilities and care for them.
My name is Pierre Guillaume. I come from France. I chose Large because a lot of friends told me it is a good association and I want to try to work with this association, and I want to have an experience with people in disability. So it is my first reason why I chose Large. And the second, I want to, all my friends told me it is a good association for help the people in disability, and the values, it's really nice for me. And I want to try this, to work with these people in this community, to work with him in the same place, and for help during the day. And,
Hi, I'm Jamila Misauri Kumarova and I'm from Spain. I feel very good, and they give me something, like they give me some secure and safety, and I learn a lot from them. So also positive things, like a lot more positive than negative. So yeah, I'm very happy.
My name is Biswajit Saha from India. I got many gifts from Lars, especially I got friendship, and I meet with many people, make relationship, getting more love, more care, the way of life. I learn many things from Lars, even that it's improving my life as well.
My name's Florian and I'm from Germany. Basically, I think you can call it like that, like the more intimate moments where, like, for example, we have one core member who can't speak anymore, but like his smile, it's just the most heartwarming thing you've ever seen in your life. If he's smiling, you have to smile as well, and stuff like that. It's just, it touches your heart.
You really enjoy and coming working with us, and you have a very great experience. That experience is making your life is more easy and happy, and you will get all over the world very good friendship through Lash. And which kind of memory you will get, that memory you never forget in your life. So it's very good memory you will get from Lash.
the Assistance Coordinator in Large Kilkenny. My journey started here in Morfield House in 1998 when I came in as a volunteer. Let's go inside and have a cup of tea and a chat, and just inside and have a cup of tea and a chat. L'Arche started in actually 1997. I discovered L'Arche in France first, a community near Paris called Aigrefoy. It was like completely by chance. At the time I was studying chemistry, so something really different. And a friend of mine was collecting his sister there in L'Arche, and when I arrived there I just suddenly fell in love with it. And I felt really at home within a minute, and I don't really know why, but that just happened. And then I started to volunteer there that summer, so the summer 1997, and really loved it. And then, so in '98, I decided to come to L'Arche in Ireland, because I always wanted to come to Ireland too. I suppose I felt at home here and discovered community, and I suppose it's all the little things here too that you discover, that the simplicity of life, I suppose, and then also it's just like you feel you make a difference with someone's life a bit every day, and then suddenly every day becomes like 24 years.
I came to L'Arche because I want to do a break in my studies, and I want to do a new experience, to live a new experience and increase my English, and yeah, just to feel really helpful and useful, and to discover people with disability. I'm an assistant. I'm living in one of the house with 4 co-members, and I'm present every day for them to help them, and we do a lot of activity together, like baking, cooking, watching movies. We can go to the cinema, bowling, walking, just spend times together.
I suppose we were doing the same. I was also living with 3 of our assistants and living with 4 co-members, and we were also doing all these activities, going for trips, cooking and baking. I suppose the difference was the world was different as it was in '98, and so there was no mobile phone, there was no I think it was just the start of internet. Also, there was no dishwasher here. Like, dishwasher existed in '98, but we didn't have any here. I think it was just at the time, it was very, we wanted to leave it like this, so that it was more like doing the washing up was like a time together. And so, yeah, I remember sometimes we used to do the wash up and just listen to music at the same time and things like that, having fun at the same time. So I suppose that was the difference, but as the roots of L'Arche was the same. Yeah.
In September, and I'm leaving next week. I think a lot of things. I gain confidence, responsibilities, and I share a lot of beautiful moments with each co-members and assistants. So yeah, globally it's a really beautiful experience for me. Yeah, I think the culture and the language, sometimes for the communication, and yeah, we live with other assistants from other countries, so I want to say culture and language maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of beautiful moments with each co-members. I think each co-member really brought me something, but I'm still touched about the relationship and love between the co-members. For example, just one co-member can be sad, just a hug or the presence of another co-member can really help. So it's really touching.
Mm.
What about you?
I suppose with so many, it's hard to think. There was one, it's not when I was a volunteer, but during my time here. I remember one Monday morning, we used to have a little prayer in the workshop, and one of the core member, she had spent the weekend at someone's house, and she was really so grateful from the time she had in the house that she was able to say exactly what was in the bedroom. Like she had said, oh, and then she had left that on the bed beside me, and then there was this lovely picture, and there was this, and then she said, and she made me a lovely breakfast. It was just so lovely the way she said it. That really touched me.
Come back and visit you.
Please do.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Chris Hayes. I'm the community leader, and I oversee the large Kilkenny community and day service and residential services. So initially I didn't understand the model and how it is that we ask assistants to come into the house for a very short time and build relationships with core members and others in the house. But what I have seen is that the core members love the energy and the skills that the assistants bring. Our core members are very adaptable to assistants leaving and new ones joining on a regular basis, but they do bring a new dynamic to the house again on a regular basis. It's also great to see what the assistants bring and the journey that they have during their time in Large Kilkenny. So there are many stories that move me, and I see that on a regular basis or sometimes a daily basis. One that comes to mind is during the COVID lockdown, a group of our assistants in the Anne Solace house arranged a lovely birthday celebration on a car park where we all stood apart, but there was still singing, there was cake, there was joy. So that was a very moving moment, and that comes to mind for me, yes.
Go do your part to build community. Roll over the ocean, roll over the sea. Go do your heart and shine, and shine, and shine, and shine. Our little light round the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, our little light round the world, I'm gonna let it shine.
My name is Brother Christy O'Carroll. I'm a Christian brother, joined over 60 years ago. And in the interim, I've moved from one place to another. But my motto has always been, bloom where you're planted. When I was moved here over 5 years ago, I discovered I was planted among blooms. And this is something that has been very exciting for me, because I love nature. And it's lovely to walk around and see all these flowers and plants and trees, and it's uplifting. I've been involved with volunteering since a young age because I believe that it's important to give something back to the people that you're living with or working with. Now, we are in the kitchen, which belonged to the Rice family back from the early 1700s, and this is where all the family life happened. By volunteering to bring people around here, I combine my volunteering with heritage, because I bring them back into hundreds of years ago, explain what life was like then, and show them the different implements and tools that were in use in those times. Now we've come from the kitchen through the parlour into the bedroom where the Rice family were born. Robert Rice had married Margaret Tierney, and she had already 2 children. By previous marriage, her husband had died, and she married Robert Rice, and they had 7 sons. And the 4th of these 7 sons was Edmund. They would have been born here in this room, as it was the custom at that time that children were born in the house, and that lasted right up to the 1940s. And even some of the family that lived here in 1963 were born in this house. I'm volunteering with the Active Retirement, Callan Active Retirement, which we call CARA for short. And there are about 30 of us involved in that. The idea of the active retirement is to get people who have finished work and so on chances to come together. It's the idea, one of the ideas is to combat loneliness, and it's also to give people other outlets as to things that they might get interested in. It might be nature walks, it might be some games that we would play together, and or we might have people in that would talk to us about a particular topic. I was chairperson for the past number of years. I've just relinquished that now. Some people, when asked about active retirement, they feel they don't like the word retire. And I tell them, we don't retire, we rewire, because we do all sorts of new things. We learn new skills, we meet new people, we go to places, we go on holidays together and have a wonderful time. So that's part of rewiring. I'm involved with the Heritage Group, and that's a very interesting one because we deal with lots of places. We go for walks to places of interest in the area. Actually, tomorrow we're going into Kilkenny, into the barracks there. The idea there is to link with the past. There are connections there all the time. And it's a very informative, uplifting, and it's also been done with a group. It makes it really worthwhile. The other group I'm involved with is the Tidy Towns. Now, as I said earlier, my motto was bloom where you're planted. So I love blooms and I love to see nature being cared for. And this was an opportunity to do that by liberating the areas from rubbish and so on. And also there was activities involved in the case of planting. We did some planting of shrubs and little trees and flowers in various parts in the parks and all around to beautify the place, give people a better understanding of what their home town should look like, and that they would get involved as well. I'm a social being, like being with people, and I found that a group like with the Active Retirement or the Heritage Group, which involves meeting at various times, was quite helpful for that. I also find that by coming together like that, you encourage people to look after their own health and mental health as well as physical health. And then it also gives you a sense of community and people working together. They encourage one another and they can get fulfillment from it. And that was something that I got from working with people like that and engaging with them, I found that fulfilling. It also enhances the beauty of a place if you're working with a group like Tidy Towns, and that's quite helpful as well, which means that other people seeing that work going on could be maybe encouraged to be a little more careful about what to do with their rubbish, that they don't just throw it away. They might put it in a bin or bring it home. And in that sense, people get an idea of what the beauty of a town can be and how it can be enhanced. If nobody volunteered for these groups, I couldn't see them succeeding. We just have to go out and encourage people to get involved, I suppose we'd have to educate them in some way as to the necessity of being involved in volunteering in some way. And that it's also something that's good for themselves. They feel fulfilled as a result, and it's good for the community. So they are contributing to the life of their town or village, wherever they are. And all these things should point to the necessity of being involved, being part of a particular group and contributing to it.
Hello, my name is Katarina. I'm 19 years old and I work as an assistant at L'Arche, and L'Arche is an organization that works with people with disabilities. And yeah, I'll show you a bit around. This is Leon Day, the house where I live currently with 3 other assistants and 4 core members. Hello, Pauline.
Hi. So I'm Pauline, I'm 21 years old, I'm French, and I'm an assistant in L'Arche, Kilkenny. The daily day starts in the morning. We help our co-members to get ready to go to the workshop. When they come back, we cook, bake together, we prepare dinner. On the weekend, we can do more activities. They relax to go for a cup of tea, visit other houses. They like to go to the cinema, bowling. We also go for a walk, cycling. One of our co-members goes to the swimming pool as a member of the Special Olympics team. Yeah, so we can do a lot of activities together, and we try to do more since COVID, so that's nice.
So I'm in Leon Day's backyard right now, and we have a very nice tunnel here where we grow all different kinds of vegetables. Damien has been helping us a lot, and I'm going to show you the inside. What does L'Arche make so special?
I think it's the community aspect where the assistants and co-members live together and they learn from each other. We talk about this mutual transformation where the co-members and assistants learn from each other, but also they grow together and how they change from that relationship. And I think it's probably this constant renewal of energy of volunteers coming and what they bring to the community.
And why would you recommend to come to L'Arche?
For that reason, I suppose, because they go on a journey first of personal growth, and also it's a lot of fun, and usually volunteers come here and they enjoy it.
So I'm in front of Ansolas right now, which is one of the 3 houses of L'Arche, and here assistants and corps members live together, but corps members also have their own chalet. And I'm going to talk to Prince now, who's an assistant here and who has been working here since a few months now.
It's so nice that I'm part of this big organization, and it has changed my life overall. The co-members especially unique for me, and they have taught me a lot over this year, and now I'm finally able to understand them and be with them. It's very essential part of my life now, and now in Ireland and this place is gorgeous and beautiful, and the people around here are so nice, and they treat every one of us with respect and dignity.
Great organisation, and I hope and pray that it'll be here for hundreds of years to come, and that everyone that went through that, they were happy. I'm happy to be here. It's my home, and I'm delighted, including my mascot here, the cat called Gizmo.
Very
now,
nice. Okay.
Right.
Family.
Bye-bye.
L'Arche is home.
Impactful.
Acceptance.
Friendship.
Walking in the garden.
Joy.
Connection.
Happy.
So much more than one word.
L'Arche is love.
The Callan Town team was brought together in 2018 as a group of people who would build bridges linking the many groups and organisations who work in the interests of bringing Callan to life. By building those bridges, the town team would get the community groups working together for a common goal to encourage the rest of the community to take part. That goal, making Callan a better place to live, work and play, and developing the town to its full potential.
My name is Eitan Houlihan. I run Fennelly's of Callan, which is a cultural coffee house here on Bridge Street in Callan, County Kilkenny, and I'm on the Callan Town team.
Yeah, Dermot McCabe here, chairperson of the Callan Town team. The reason I got involved in the town team, which is way back 4 or 5 years back, is just to get involved with the development of the town and to encourage and to get people to participate, along with myself and others, to just to improve the town and to get volunteers on board.
So we were one of the first town teams in the country to be formed by the local county council, and By formed, I mean the local county council came out and did a number of public participation workshops where people were invited who were interested in the future of their town. And through that, the kind of representation strands of the community were identified, and then a representative from each of those strands was kind of put forward to create a town team. So I was there from the get-go.
Our committee was brought together with people representing many sectors of the town: retailers and business, the community, voluntary and education sector, tidy towns and the environment, heritage and sport, arts, farming and tourism. Why bother? Because we care about Callan and we're not leaving the fate of our town in the hands of others when we can make a voluntary effort to make our home better.
A number of things has happened there in the last couple of years, the Mott and the Fair Green and many other projects, the Green Street, etc. And they all have improved the town. And going forward then, of course, with the Bridge Street project and the Friary, the river too is on the agenda to be improved.
Well, I think actually identifying the needs and desires of the town and publishing a town plan is one of the biggest things that we've done so far. So, and actually realising about 75% of those projects is something that we're all really proud of in the town team. And it's been a great collaboration, a great kind of shortcut to the county council from the people, you know. Well, I suppose the ongoing dialogue that we've been having with the county council has been really exciting, because we're kind of in on the ground with a lot of the future ideas and plans for the town, such as the continued Bridge Street development and planting around the town, the Friary complex, linking up of a number of different kind of amenities throughout the town. So yeah, basically kind of keeping a little nudge in there with the county council to make sure that it is accessible and that it is what we as a community and what a town want and desire.
And I'd encourage people in the town to get involved and to participate. And you know, we can, it's better with a group of people coming together and to get work done. And